don't very often walk in the afternoon, and when I come back it ought to be twilight or even getting dark, so that's always fun for a different look. So I've had there was no music. It'll be long before we have a lot of I forgot to disconnect the Wi-Fi when I left, so there was probably a bobble there when I was starting out. Anyway, there's more and more leaves in the gutters and so forth, and that means more and more leaves on the yards, and that means more and more need for raking. And a couple of years I've had somebody clean the yard for me, and I probably do it again. It's not too long ago, it's 28 now. Back, I'm not wearing a sweater. Unstable internet connection. Well, these three. Oh, good. The car didn't run me over. I think my streaming's back, so that's good. And unstable internet again. That is so weird. Along here for a coon's age. I'm going to be a minute or two late for my dinner reservation, but that's okay. I'm on my own, tonight, so it's not like anybody's waiting for me except the restaurant, and I don't think they're full based on the last couple of times I've eaten at this restaurant. This is actually the second time I've walked downtown, so I'm getting in extra walking. This is just, I didn't live stream it earlier because I knew I was going to come tonight and thought the evening time frame would be more interesting from a visual perspective. With luck, I'll hit the slide up here about right. It gives me more options as to how I work my way downtown if I cross here, so I think that's what I'll do. It's the Royal Saskatchewan Museum over there in that corner. This is Albert Street, which is the main north-south drag through town. Connects to Highway 11 at both ends. That will be our signal. It's a lovely color up there too. Good evening, Mary Lou. Good afternoon, evening. Depends on how you define the beginning of evening, I guess. The colors are looking more interesting right now too, because of course the sun is getting much lower behind me, and so they're getting that kind of what they call the golden hour, as the sun light turns yellower as it sets. Pretty trees over there. Hello. Very pretty trees over there then on the Royal Saskatchewan Museum grounds. And all along the boulevard here, actually. Maybe I'll just stick to College because of the trees looking so nice. They recently refinished this road, which is why it's so black. I like this house over here, but it's not a house anymore, it's offices. Most of the old houses along here are now transitioned into offices of some sort. For example, that's where the Regina Symphony Orchestra has its offices. Not where they perform, obviously. That's where their offices are. I'll be walking around the lake tomorrow, so we'll see more of the pretty fall colors around there. Although I think it's going to be cloudy, but not raining at least. I think the forecast called for clouds. I'll go at least to Scarth and maybe Hamilton before I go up to my left. The restaurant's on the corner of Hamilton and, well, it's between Scarth and Hamilton. Make more sense to go up Scarth, I guess. Over there, that's a new building, the credit union building. The next to it is an old building, Regina College. It's called the College Building now. Yes, hello again in Morocco. Did you get disconnected for a while and come back? That's the second time you said hello, which is fine, but hello, hello. And that one's now offices of some sort. That one is still a house. And there's the credit union building over there, recently built. One unusual thing now is that we still have flowers. Normally they would have frosted by now, but first frost has been delayed this year. We came close one night, but it didn't quite do it. And usually what happens is you'll get one frost early September, sometimes even late August, but usually not. You'll get a hard frost just one night and then it turns beautiful again and you wish that the flowers had survived. And this year, so far, they've survived. They won't indefinitely. The frost will come, but it's been quite a lovely fall from that regard. Now there's Dark Hall over there, recently refurbished. Very nice inside. And then the college building next to it. Dark Hall dates to about 1920 something, and the college building goes back to about 1912, I think. It was the original Regina College, which became the University of Regina. It's in that building, and now it's the Conservatory of Music and Performing Arts and various other things. There's the front of Dark Hall. I often walk by on that side, but you can actually see the buildings as a whole a bit better from this side. Funeral home over here, in case you're looking for one. So all of that was refurbished in the last few years, and they did a great job on it. Okay, we'll turn up Scarth Street here. When I come back, I'll take a different route. By then it'll be getting dark. You can see all the lights coming on. This way is the way we will go now. Oh, pretty trees there. This block had Central Collegiate, sort of the original big high school, was on this block. And then starting in 1995, it was developed into 3 big condo buildings. This one in 95, that one in 97, and the other one in 99, I think. And this is where we bought a condo when we got married. So we have a condo in this building here, to my right. And of course, day before, was our 25th wedding anniversary. This is where we would have lived for the first few years, until Alice was about 5. So when we moved to the house we're in now, which belonged to my wife's family. We traded places with my mother-in-law, who then moved into the condo here because it was easier for her to get around in. See, the flowers are still in bloom. It's kind of unusual to get both the colors of the flowers and the colors of the trees at the same time, because first frost is usually much earlier than this. Thank you. It's not so hard. Staying married for 25 years, you just stay married. Before you know it, 25 years have gone by. And everybody says, congratulations. I think, well, I guess. Oh yes, we have rabbits. There's quite a few of them in this yard. I walked by earlier and surprised 3 of them. I don't know if you can see it there right in the middle. I don't know if it's a rabbit or a snowshoe hare. Just looking at us. They're pretty calm. When I walked through before, I walked right by one that barely budged until I could have kicked him. Not that I would have. Oh, there's one over there too. In the park. 2 of them. Part of the same colony, or whatever you call them, warren, I guess. I don't know where they nest, but there they are, 2 of them. This is Central Park. There's a squirrel over there too. Not that Central Park, the famous one, but it's our Central Park. So we have a condo off of Central Park, as we like to tell people. Then only later do we tell them that it's in Regina, not New York. New York's Central Park is considerably bigger than Regina's Central Park.
No, practically so.
So this is taking us straight up to downtown, if that makes sense. We're headed north, but we're going to downtown. Baseball diamond over there, soft pitch really, softball. There's a tree here that's bent over. That was from an early snowfall a few years ago that actually knocked down a lot of branches. This one was much younger, obviously, and it got bent over, and it's been bent ever since. That was a September snowfall, so here it is, 28 degrees, but that year we had heavy snow about this time. So you never know in our climate what you're going to get. And just because we're having a warm fall doesn't mean we won't have a cold winter. Well, we will have a cold winter, but it doesn't mean we won't have a really cold, snowy winter. I like these old apartment buildings too along here. In fact, I think the long-range forecast is for a colder and snowier than normal winter, but those things are very much guesses. Educated guesses, but still guesses. You can see the downtown starting to come into view. There's the Hotel Saskatchewan that I often walk to when I'm going there to write. And I wrote there today, in fact, but I didn't live stream that walk. Not sure exactly what this building was originally, or what's in it most of the time, but when they were working on the college building back there, this is where the Conservatory of Music classes were held, and my daughter came here for trombone lessons. I used to bring her here. I don't know if that was for just 1 year or 2 years, but I remember doing it. She was a teenager, but she's not anymore. Speaking of time going by. See, they used to be called the Twin Towers there ahead of us. You can see more of the one on the left, a bit of the one on the right. Then they built a 3rd one, so now there's 3 of them. But these 2 match, so they're still the Twin Towers. Nobody talks about the triplet towers. The 3rd one looks quite different. Although it's actually where I'm going, because that's where the restaurant is I'm headed to. Hotel Saskatchewan from the back. Over here is Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church on my right. And past that is the Sask Power Building, which has also been renovated and maybe still is being renovated. It's been going on for a long time. I know the outside and in front they're still working. I don't know if they're finished inside or not, or what they were doing exactly, except sprucing up the facade. So Blessed Sacrament here is a church I've been in several times. We used to record in there when I sang with the University of Regina Chamber Singers. I have a couple of CDs that were recorded by us in this church. It's the Victims of Abortion monument there. Wondering why there's a gravestone in the front. Oh yeah, still lots of construction materials around, although the sidewalk is open. It's been closed until recently. Okay, I have to go one more block up Scarth and a little bit to the right, and I will be at my restaurant. Well, my restaurant, the one I'm eating at. The SAS Power building here, these columns look like bones, and that's to represent fossil fuels. Oof, clever, huh? I have been more clever if I paid attention to the fact I was about to take a downward step, which is why I suddenly went, oof. That's a federal government building there. Very nice kind of 30s style. Ooh, nice car. Let's see, that's why it says Canada on the side of it. Maybe I'll go this way, so I don't have to walk by the people sitting on the deck at the restaurant. Besides, this way I can show you a better shot of the SAS Power building. Inspired by Brazilian modernism. I knew the architect who did it. He did several of Regina's buildings, including City Hall. Joe Pettick was his name. He died a few years ago, but I knew him well enough to say hi to, and I remember sitting at a table with him once or twice at this or that event. I was over at his house once too. He had a very interesting 50s style house. It was perfect for parties, designed that way. I don't know why, I don't remember why we were there, but I remember being there for a party once. Right, this is Hamilton. We just go 2 blocks, no, 1 block? 1 block up this way. And we will be at my quitting point. That was a bank at one point. Now it's a pub. Leopold's. No, Victoria. So this is Victoria. Leopold's is over. We walked by it earlier. Trust and Loan Company. Used to have a floral shop in there for a very long time. Oh yeah, cannabis store. I don't particularly approve of the fact that they legalized marijuana, but they did. This is a very good Thai restaurant. I recommend. And here to my left is where I get my glasses and contacts. FYI, doctors. When I go to get my eyes checked, this is where I go. I'm sure you were thrilled to learn that. Most tourism brochures about Regina don't mention where I get my glasses. It's you. You're special and you know. That used to be the Bay there. It's in Bay store. A long time ago it was redeveloped. There was a coffee shop where that bank is on the corner that I used to ride in. We were sitting in there riding while they were building this 3rd tower here that I'm about to go into, because there's a restaurant in it that I'm headed to. So I'll stop on this corner, and when I'm done eating in an hour or so, it'll be darker and I will walk home in the twilight for part 2 of this walk. So we'll stop here with the view of this tower, and I'll be back later. Bye for now.